Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Spinal Workshop here. I'm Dr. Ryan Weaver with Apex Spinal Performance. Today's topic, we're going to dive into water. We've done this topic often and many times in the past, but we really haven't taken this angle with water and what we're going to talk about today. So before I even get started into why we do these spinal workshops and the content that we're about to go over, do me a favor, like, subscribe our YouTube channel and Facebook. That way you stay up to date with any of our videos that we post, any other health tidbits that we send out there. That's something we're going to start doing more of, little 30, 60-second tidbits that are easy to do without any equipment, without anything other than, hey, even go outside and get more sun exposure, grounding, all kinds of little tidbits that you can add into your daily life to help live a healthier and live your best life. So today's topic, water. So normally I have multiple bottles of water laid out here, and we talk about the acid, basic, alkalinity of water and the brands that we recommend or don't recommend. But today we're going to dive into a little bit more of dehydration, also how much of our body is actually made up of water, and then lastly, we're going to dive into the types of water. Even for myself, when you go through the grocery store and you see you've got distilled water, alkaline water, spring water, all these other things, and really, what's the difference? What's the best one for consumption? So we're going to dive into that. But first, up to 78% of our whole body is made up of water. Breaking that down for some specifics, your heart is 73% water, your muscles and kidneys are 79%, your skin, a little lower, 64%, and then 83% water make up your lungs. I was personally, again, shocked by some of those numbers, specifically the lung ones. I didn't realize it was that high. But water makes up 80% of your brain. Something I feel like, as I was writing this, and something I realized today even, I had a little bit of a brain fog. It wasn't my normal Tuesday. I had the privilege of speaking to some high school students about chiropractic care, careers in the health field, and what they can do with certain degrees and such. So my normal routine on a Tuesday was a little thrown off, and I really did kind of feel, once I got here to the office, just not totally alert. And I started, thinking about this and getting more into my routine as the day progressed, and I started really amplifying my water intake. And again, when I read through this, one of the things you see here can cause mood change, unclear thinking, and even, again, back up to your brain. 80% of your brain is made up of water. So the nervous system as well, and again, that's what we deal with a lot in our office. The nervous system depends on the abundant availability, of water in our body. And again, when you look at even the textbook definition of dehydration, is that your body is basically sweating out or profusing more water than it's actually taking in. So thinking of other signs and symptoms, headache, fatigue, dizziness, again, all things that probably at some point in our life we'll experience. And again, I've never necessarily referenced the exact number. I've referenced that Americans are chronically dehydrated. 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, meaning they drink less than 2.5 cups of water a day. That is less than one standard bottle of water. A typical bottle is 16.9. Some bottles you can see at 20. So less than one bottle a day. So let that sink in for a moment. A few of our patients I've really focused on this in the last month or so is trying to drink as much of the water that you're recommended before 12 o'clock, before noon if you work a traditional schedule, because it gets harder. And then, one of the complaints is, well, I'm up all night going to the bathroom, and rightfully so. But trying to get ahead of this and drink more water earlier in the day, help you stay alert, focused, not have things such as some of the other things, constipation leading to our body overheating, Kidney stones as well. I've seen that in as young as 20-year-old patients. So try to combat this. Drink plenty of water. There is no, I know I referenced this one before, there's no necessarily textbook of this is how much water you should consume. More so kind of some basic guidelines. I personally just try to say half your body weight in ounces of water is what you should strive for per day. So, the grand finale, types of water. Again, if you've ever walked down through the grocery store and you're going to see spring water, mineral water, distilled water, purified water, alkaline water, all these types. So I wanted to slow this down and pause on some of these. 2 types of water. Spring water, mineral water. Let's break these down. Spring water is considered the healthiest to drink because it contains essential minerals. Okay. Mineral water, different from spring, and it's directly collected from an underground source containing 250 parts per million of minerals dissolved in solids. Or dissolved solids, excuse me. Most crucial benefit to this is the body's ability to boost muscle growth and improve bone density, primarily because it's rich in calcium. So spring and mineral water, 2 types. The following 5 types have undergone some sort of filtration or treatment: distilled, purified, alkaline, reverse osmosis, and structured water. So, distilled, probably that and purified water are the next 2 that you're most familiar with. Distilled, safest to drink because it goes through a process called distillation, which could wipe out all the minerals is the bad thing about that. So you've burned off and created water vapor. That's where the water is collected, and that's what you are left with. But again, you may not have a lot of those minerals. Purified water, it's undergone any purification method, such as called purified. So alkaline water, this is something I've talked about a lot in previous water spinal workshops, and how this can help because traditionally Americans are acidic. It's one of the highest ranking, healthiest to drink because it fights off free radicals, okay? Again, if you consume too much of it, it can upset the body's acid and basic balance there, especially in the stomach. Reverse osmosis. This is probably the most common household filtration system. And again, the bad thing, it can get rid of our minerals. And then the last one, I have got to be honest, I've never even heard of this one. Structured water. This actually alters the molecular structure into a hexagonal shape, and it can allow for higher hydration in the body and is longer lasting than ordinary water. So, a new one for me. Structured water. So, takeaways from all this. Consume water. If you have a certain brand, check and see, some of those sample tests that we've done before when we had them here is how acidic they are, basic they are, the alkalinity of it. So in terms of some of those, my takeaway, alkaline seems good, mineral water seems good. Again, make sure that it is a healthy water and that it's been quote unquote harvested correctly. Don't just drink out of random streams. But mineral water, you want to get those minerals in our body. Again, especially with the foods that we eat these days, a lot of nutrients, vitamins and minerals are lost because it's so genetically modified, or it's so abundant that it loses its luster, if you will. So dive into that. Pay attention when you go buy water. Some of those purifieds, mineral, alkaline, distilled. Pay attention to some of those, and hopefully you found some of this information beneficial, and it can help you maybe either make a healthier switch or just to reassure you you're making the right switch or you're consuming the right water. So thank you guys for being on here. We look forward to seeing you at the next Spinal Workshop. Stay tuned. We will be uploading a pretty cool patient testimonial video, long-time patient. I'm super excited about this. But again, make sure to like, subscribe. You'll find us on YouTube and Facebook, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, guys. Take care. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that Spinal workshop. Don't forget to like the video if you learned something, and be sure to share it with somebody else who may benefit from that information discussed. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you are alerted whenever we post a video.